more intellectual hobbies now, like reading. I like reading a lot. In particular, I've been reading the Daily Mail. It has lots of intellectually stimulating articles in it that I find very fascinating. Particularly one article I was reading this week about a nebula that was recently discovered, which scientists believe may hold the key to life in the universe. But the Daily Mail's thought that the most interesting thing about this nebula is that it's shaped like a pair of tits. Which says a lot about the Daily Mail, to be honest. But I also like to read the horoscope section of the Daily Mail as well, because I don't really believe in astrology or star signs or any of that kind of stuff. But I was reading it and I read that I'm a Taurus, and I read that 3 characteristics of Taurus are that they are unyielding, intense, and emotional. And I thought, well, that actually makes sense. It's actually true, because those 3 words actually describe my last wank. But I don't know why, though. I've always seemed to. It's hard to be intellectual because I always seem to make friends with idiots, like complete morons. It goes back to when I was in university. I used to know this guy. And he was so stupid. He was such a tick. I remember I was in the middle of a physics lecture, and he just turned around to me in front of everyone and just said, "Hey Brian, what's your cum face?" I said, "What? What's your cum face?" "Mine sort of." I kind of look constipated when I'm coming. I look like I'm dying for a shite. He was so stupid. He really was. But I don't know. He was so stupid. He actually thought algebra was country. I don't know what he's doing now, but back then he was the head professor of physics at the university. He's doing quite well now, apparently. But yeah, sorry, I just got a text here. Sorry about this. Sorry, just on the phone. I'll take you on, you big junky bastard. You and me outside Tesco car park next week. No gloves. We fight like real men. I just texted my there. Anyway, I'm going to another intellectual pursuit of mine now is writing poetry, and I'm going to share with you a poem that I wrote recently. This is my poetry notebook. The poem I'm going to share with you is called Magaluf. I'm sure you all know Magaluf. I'm sure it's Spanish. It's a resort on the Spanish island of Mallorca, which is notorious for being frequented by a lot of scumbags and chavs. It's basically the armpit of the universe. I went there with a friend last year, not knowing what it was going to be like, and it was absolutely horrible. We stayed in the worst hotel, the worst resort, probably in the world, actually. It was a real fun. And while I'm reading, I'm just going to wear these glasses as well. Just make me look more intellectual looking. I sort of look more intelligent. Like a poet. Anyway, this is it. Magaluf. I lay on the beach, my eyes closed, the sun high in the sky, the warm Mediterranean heat caressing my body. Surrounding sounds stir my soul, waves crashing on the floor, on the shore. Crickets clicking on the long grass, trees. Two fat Mancunian slags trying to smash each other's face in. I sat up, and for a while I just sat and stared at the little boys in the water. That's boys in the water, yes. To be honest, I didn't really think that line through when I wrote it down. Where was I? Night fell on Magaluf like a great big dark thing. Couldn't think of a better analogy for night falling, so I just shut up. We retired to our apartment and sat in the balcony and admired the view. A wonderful kaleidoscope of colour coming from the adjacent roof, which is littered and discarded shitty underpants. It was like a roof under our balcony, and it was just, I don't know, recent residents had thrown all their underwear onto it, and I don't know why. It's perfectly normal for a poet to explain each line as he's reading it. I didn't actually know how to finish the poem, so I just wrote it like bollocks. I sent this poem to our president, Michael D. Higgins. He's a bit of a poet himself, and he actually replied. He sent me a reply, but his reply is actually so foul-mouthed that I couldn't actually read it out to you. Well, I'll read it, but I'll have to replace all the words with swear words. Dear Brian, I read your poem in inverted commas, and I have to say, it's the biggest load of bleep bleep I have ever read. Why don't you take your poem in inverted commas and stick it up your bleep 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 and bleep 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 bleep, you stupid looking